All right, let's take a look now at one of the most important self-defense fight finishers that you're going to learn is what's commonly known as the guillotine choke, or I was learning it years before the first UFC where that term was coined. I called it a noose choke, and I've been using that term ever since. This is one of your easiest yet most effective submissions and allows you to deal with a guy and render him unconscious standing up. This is really important in real world self-defense, like we talked about, for various reasons. You might be on a hard surface, you might have to deal with cramped quarters or multiple opponents. So we talked a little bit about the noose choke in the headlock section, but I want to go into detail now. And once again, this is one of your highest priority chokes to learn. I'm going to show you some variations. Let's go back to the scenario we were just talking about. The person is hit me with their finger, and I'm doing the snatch the pebble from my hand grasshopper idea. Again, one of the ways you can use finger locks is cause enough pain that he either drops to one knee or he bends over a little bit, come up about halfway. This sets up the choke. This is a way to go from low level force to much higher. Now, whether I get it from the finger lock or later when we talk about being in the clinch and I hit him in the groin, whatever gets his head lower than my shoulder level. That's your first rule of applying a noose choke. His head has got to be at least below your shoulder level. If it's any higher, you see how this extends my arm, and if someone was to do that to me to try and pull my head down, like this with a noose choke, try and pull my head down without me being bent over, you can see how problematic it is. The guy can go behind you. We just want to touch on that because some people often ask me, well, why is it important? At this point, when his head is down, he's physically weaker, he's beginning to get that 90-degree bend, and it's safer for me to get my arm over. My elbows are still relatively close to my body. That's important to do this safely. We don't get excited and try to reach for a guy before we bend him over. All right? So whichever technique we use, it might happen from a strike, it might happen because he's charging us, whatever. Noose choke is really simple. But the first thing you want to do, once you get him here, is to grab his chin. This gives you time to think. He can't pull his head back out. Pull your head out. This is why we grab the chin, and I can put my weight on him this way. This is why you want to grab the chin. From here, we can go into the choke. Basically, there's two different